and today we're going to do a chair workout and we're going to work our legs today and a little bit of cardio. So the first thing we want to do is just check the equipment. We're going to need a chair, again, with a nice high back and one that's nice and comfortable and very sturdy. So we want to make sure that we can move about in the chair without it collapsing or falling to one side. The equipment we're going to use today is, again, the big elastic band and also this little Pilates ball. So we can get these from Amazon or perhaps Sports Direct, something like that. They're only a couple of pounds and this is a 3-inch small Pilates ball. Before we start any workout, we've got to make sure that our posture is correct and we want to try and remember this all the way through the workout. So we just move our bottom cheeks forward, so about a third forward of the chair. This is so that we are not banging on the back of the chair, and also with no arms on the chair we've got plenty of room to move. We want to think about the spine as well when we're working out. We don't want to be hunching over, so all the time we want to think about straightening the spine. So we really try and get the sit bone down onto the chair, and as we breathe in we're lifting up the back. We're rounding the shoulders, so we're opening up the chest and perhaps a slight tuck in the chin, just so that we can lengthen up through the crown of the head. And here we've got a nice straight spine. And we also want to think about around our core area. So we're engaging the core all the way through this workout. All we're doing is just drawing the belly button in towards the spine, and then that activates the core muscles. Don't hold your breath here just because you're drawing your belly button in. Make sure you breathe normally, but we want to try and keep this posture if we can. And we place the feet well grounded onto the floor, about hip width apart. So before any workout, we're going to do a warm up. So as we're working the lower body, we're going to concentrate on warming up that first. So let's go down from the bottom up to the top, and we'll start with that left leg. We're just going to twist that ankle, make some nice circles, small or large, whatever feels good for you. And again, there might be some cricks or clicking going on there, but we're just getting the circulation going, and then reverse the circle. Nice and gently on those ankles. And then we're going to flex the foot and point the toe. Flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, and then gently placing the foot down. Make sure that back is nice and straight, and we're just going to lift the heel up off the floor, keep the toes down, drop the heel and lift. And here we can feel the calf muscle starting to work. So we're warming up that calf muscle. Keep that back nice and straight. 2 more here. Last one. And then just move the foot slightly forward. And this time we're going to lift the toes up and place them back down, keeping that heel on the floor. And this time we can feel it in the shins, so the front of the leg. Lift the toe, release. 3 more here. 2 more. The last one, and bringing that foot back in. Keep the back nice and straight, drawing that belly button in. And we're going to do a leg extension. So just lifting from the knee, raising up the foot and release. Lift and down. Flex the foot as you lift. And again, lift and down. 3 more. Up and down. So just move the lower leg only. Last 2. And this time I'm going to lift the leg and we're just going to hold it for 3, 2, 1 and release. And now to work and warm up the hips, just taking the leg to the side. So we take the foot and the knee both together and back. So try not to do this when you're warming up. We take the knee and the foot and back. Open and close. Just be a little bit mindful if you have problems with your hips. Just take that knee and foot as far as it will go. 2 more here. 2 and 1 and back in. Over to the right. So again, that ankle, just moving that leg forward and twisting that ankle into circles that feel comfortable for you. Any clicks, don't worry, we're just warming the ankle up and then reverse. Sometimes the left side feels different to the right. And then we're going to flex the foot, point the toe. Flex and point. Two more. Flex and point. Last one. Flex and point. And planting that foot down, make sure the back's nice and straight. This time the right heel goes up, toes on the floor, and then back down. Heel up and down. Feel the calf muscle starting to work here as we warm up. 4 more. Lift, remember keep the toes on the floor. 2 more. Lift and down, last one. Lift and down. Moving that right foot slightly forward. This time we lift the toes, keep the heel on the floor. Lift those right toes and back down. Keep the heel on the floor and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. 4 more. Lift and down. Feel the front of the leg now warming up. 2 more. And last one and down. And bringing that foot back, making sure that that spine is nice and straight. We'll extend the leg. So the lower part of the leg lifts, flex that foot and down. Lift and down. Keep the back nice and straight and down. Lift and down. 3 more. Up and down. Last 2. Up and down. Last one. Lift and down. And now lift the leg and hold for 3, 2, 1 and down. And now for that hip opener. So the right knee, right foot over to the side and back. So we feel that in the hip flexor. So don't overdo it here. If you feel uncomfortable, just move the leg as far as it feels comfortable. Just that little bit of resistance. 3 more. 3, 2, last one, out to the side and in, and let's stretch that body. So we're going to take our arms up, we're going to clasp the fingers, turn the palms up to the ceiling and stretch. And a nice big exhale round the back and push the palms forward. Inhale, lift. Breathing out as you round the back and shoulders. 1 more, inhale up and breathing out to round, lifting up and stretch those fingers up and release. Okay, so that's the warm up. Let's pick up our big elastic band and we're going to start to work the ankle. So this band here is adding a little bit more resistance for us. And it's just starting to make those muscles in our legs work. So we find halfway down your TheraBand, place it under the sole of the left foot. We're going to grab hold of the band either side and we hold to about the length of the knee. We're going to take that foot slightly forward and just lift the toes. So once you've lifted the toes, perhaps pull the band a little bit more so we've got some resistance. Straighten the back, round those shoulders back. Nice inhale here. And as you exhale, push the toes down onto the floor. Inhale and lift the toes up and push down. And again, lift and down. So we can feel this a little harder with the resistance of the band. Lift and down. 3 more. Up and down, last 2 and down, lift and down. And still holding onto the band, we're going to extend the leg up. So this is a leg extension here and release. Again, holding onto the band, lift and release. Well done. Lift up and down, up and down. 4 more. Lift and down. 3, keep that foot nice and flexed. 2 and down, last one. Lift and hold here. Now take the band in just one hand, right hand on your hip, And we're going to gently move the leg to the side as far as it feels comfortable, and in and again, out to the side and in. Well done. Now really try and remember to keep the back nice and straight, open and close. 3 more. Open and close, last 2. Open and close, last 1. Open and close. We'll take the leg back to the side and we're just going to start pulsing up and down. Keep the back nice and straight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg back in and release. Ooh, well done. How does that feel? So that's working the left side. Over to the right. Again, we find the centre of the band. Place the sole of the foot on top of the band. Let me just add here to make sure that that band is nice and firmly under the foot so it doesn't ping up. That's quite painful. These big elastic bands hurt if they ping up the inside of your leg. So just make sure that that's nice and firmly under the sole of the foot. Bring the band up to the knee. Move the foot slightly forward. Lift up the toes and then add a little bit more resistance on that band. Straighten up the back, round the shoulders and push down with the toes. Inhale, lift the toes, keeping the heel on the floor, push down. And again, lift and down. Lift the toes, back on the floor. 4 more. Lift the toes, push down. 2 more. The last one. And then we extend the leg up. So just the lower leg here and release. And again, lift and release. Keep the back nice and straight here. Draw that belly button in towards the spine. 4 more. And lift and release. 3 more. Lift and release. 2 more. Lift and release. Last one. Lift and release. And let's lift that leg up. Hold onto the band with one hand, left hand on your hip. Back nice and straight. As we open the leg there, we're keeping the left leg still and right leg back. And again, open and close. So where's most comfortable for you? We want to feel a little bit of resistance, but no pain. And you can always stop if you feel uncomfortable and join in again when you're ready. 2 more. 2 and 1. Bringing the leg back. Let's take it to the side and pulsing up and down, up and down. 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg in and release. Well done. Unhooking the band and again just checking in on that posture. So towards the edge of the chair. So sometimes we tend to slip back. So just make sure we're towards the edge of the chair, about 1/3 forward. We're going to use the bands again, but we're going to wrap them around the leg. So there's 2 ways that you can do this. You can take the band underneath, bring it over the top, just cross it over. Not so much resistance and you have a little bit more control here. So if your hips are not feeling great today or you have some hip issues, that might be a better option for you. Or you can take the band, again halfway, place it on top of the thighs, between the knees and the hips, and then wrap underneath. So we're crossing underneath and then we're bringing both sides up either side. With this hold, you can squeeze it together to make it tighter or loosen so that you haven't got so much resistance on. There's a few options there for you. Again, make sure the band feels comfortable for you. I'm holding the loose ends onto my legs. It just gives me a little bit more control. Make sure that back is nice and straight and we're planting the feet onto the floor. We're keeping the feet together this time. And we're going to open up the left hip. So open just the left to the side and close. And again, open and close. Open and close. Open and close. The right leg is staying still. We're just opening up the left hip here. 2 more, 2 and 1. And then we change over. So right hip open and back. Left leg stays where it is and back. And again, open and close. Make sure those feet are together. 4 more. Open and close. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And now both together. Open, feet are together. Hold it for a moment and close. And again, open and close. So we feel this in the hips and close. And the outside of the thighs, so the adductor here. And close. 4 more. Open and close. Open and close. Last 2. Open and close. Last one. Open and close. And just opening those legs slightly, planting the feet down. Inhaling here to lift the spine and draw the belly button in towards the spine. So really want to keep a nice straight back here. And we're going to do knee ups. Starting with the left leg up and down. And again, right and down. And left and down. Right and down. Keep the back nice and straight. So it's like a crunching down of those abdominal muscles as we lift. Lift and down. 4. Well done. 3. Lift. Left leg. 2. And last 1. Right. And release. Well done. And just give yourself a little bit of a break there. So these bands are super. They just add a little bit more resistance when we're doing the exercises. And you can use all different shapes and sizes and colours. So just be aware if you do buy some bands, sometimes they come in a pack of 3, which would be 1 light band, 1 medium and 1 heavy. So obviously you want to start with the light band first, see how you get on, work your way up to your medium and then finally the hard band. So we will go on to a little bit of cardio, still working the legs. And for this we're going to use the Pilates ball. Before we do the cardio though, we're going to do a little bit of a warm up. Just warming up the muscles of the legs before we start going into that cardio exercise. And again, these are amazing, these pieces of equipment here. When you do receive it, you'll get a little straw, which you use to blow the ball up, and a plug to obviously stop the air coming out. Just make sure you don't blow it up too hard, because in this particular set of exercises, we will need to make sure that we can grip hold of the ball. If you blow the ball up too hard, there's not much grip. And here, as you can see, I can really hold the ball. And of course, this really helps with our grip strength as well. So we're going to work the inner thigh this time. Just make sure that you are forward of the chair, the back is nice and straight, shoulders are rolled back, and we are pulling up through the crown of the head. We're going to place the ball on the inside of the thighs. We're going to place the hands on the hips here, and we're going to have the feet together. And all we're going to do is just to start pulsing the legs in and out on the ball. And again, make sure that the ball is nice and soft. Take a nice deep breath in. And then 3, 2, 1, squeeze that ball. So we've now have the ball squeezed in between the legs. After the count of 3, I'm going to want you to squeeze it really hard and you'll feel buttocks lift. 3, 2, 1, squeeze it hard. Feel your glutes or your bottom lifting up out of the chair. Keep the squeeze on that ball. We have another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And start pulsing that ball again. Again, just activating those inner thigh muscles. Then 3, 2, 1, squeeze. Then 3, 2, 1, squeeze really hard, lift the buttocks and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and release. So you can really start to feel that on your inner thighs and your buttocks or your glutes. Last one, so that nice little pulse. Just get those muscles working again. 3, 2, 1, squeeze. Hands on the hips. 3, 2, 1, squeeze tight. Lift those buttocks a little bit longer this time. Perhaps you feel it shaking a little bit, that's fine. Here we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I felt that. Oh, I really felt that. Okay, what we're going to do now, again, straighten the back. We're going to do leg extensions. So we've already done that with the band. What we're going to do here is we're going to squeeze those legs. Make sure the back is nice and straight. And we're going to lift the leg up and down. And again, lift and down. Lift and down. Flex that foot and down. 3 more. Lift and down. 2 more. Squeezing that ball. Last one. Lift and down. Now lift that leg and hold. 5. Keep the back straight. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. I bet you felt that. And over to your right leg. Squeeze the ball and lift and release. Keep the squeeze on the ball and release. Lift and release. Well done. Back is straight, drawing that belly button in. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And lift and hold. Squeeze the ball. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Well done. Lengthen up through the spine. Making sure the heels now are directly underneath the knee. Draw that belly button in and we lift up the heels. Squeeze that ball. Release. Lift up the toes. Heels up. Toe. Heel. Toe. Heels up. Toes up. Keep the squeeze on the ball. Heels up, toes up, heels up, toes up. 4 more. Keep the back straight. And 2 more. Heel, toe, last one. Heel and toe. Well done. And release. So a little bit of strength exercise, even with this ball. That squeezing of the ball really activates the muscles. So onto the cardio section. We've done a cardio section like this before, where we do 30 seconds of exercise and then we do 15 minutes rest, although we will be marching. So 30 seconds of exercise, 15 of marching, and on to the next one. So get yourself ready, straighten up that back, roll back those shoulders, and we're going to do the Russian twist to start with, which is ball down to the side and lifting the knee, and just alternating from side to side. So just make sure that you breathe as normally as you can. Don't hold your breath during the exercise. Get yourself ready. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So lift the knee and twisting, lifting and twisting. Keep the back nice and straight and move at your own speed, okay? You don't have to rush this. If you want to go a little slower, then go a little slower. If you're feeling full of energy, you can make a little bit more movement. Keep it going, almost there. Side to side. 3, 2, and 1. Ball in the left and march. Next one, we're going to tap the toe or tap the ankle, whatever is easier for you. Opposite hand and opposite ankle. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And tap, swap over. Tap, tap and tap. Well done. Just tapping ankles, toes or calves, whatever feel good for you. Just tap, tap, keep the back nice and straight. Tap, tap, tap and tap. Well done. Almost there. 5 seconds to go. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Ball in the right and march. Well done, keep going. Keep smiling. And then we're going to do a crunch or a knee tap. We're going to raise the hands up and then just pop the ball down on the knees. So hands up and down. Alternate the knees. Keep the back straight. Draw that belly button in towards the spine. And again, remember, you can slow down, not lift the arms up so far if you don't want to, or really go for it. It's up to you. If you've got the energy, you can do it. Must be getting a little bit warm now, I am. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and ball I think in the left and march. So now we're going to do some star jacks. So this includes lower and upper body. So we open up the legs, open up the arms, elbows to the height of the shoulder, and we swap over. So swapping the ball, keeping those arms slightly bent or at 90 degrees, elbows to the height of your shoulders, opening and closing the legs. So we're really moving here. Try and keep that back straight, and again, drawing that belly button in towards the spine. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, ball in the right and march. Last exercise. This one is stretching across the body. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So we stretch across, swap hands, stretch across, like really punching across the body. So you can use that opposite leg if you want to push, push, or just use the arms, whatever feels good for you. Push, 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 and push. As long as you keep moving, but if you're too tired, you can stop. So please don't force yourself here. Almost there, last exercise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ball in the right and march. Whew, how does that feel? I get really out of breath doing this, you know. It's not acting, I am out of breath. 3, 2, 1, and release. Well done. Okay, so that was working on those legs. So all the legs here. So we worked on the shins, the calves, we worked on those thighs, and we worked on the hips. We also did some cardio work there, hence being out of breath, which is obviously very good for your heart health. So I've combined these. I do one which is upper body and cardio, and this one which is lower body and cardio. So you have 2 videos here where you're working each part of the body and doing a cardio exercise as well. So if your breath is now nice and calm, next thing we do is we cool down. So very important to warm up, which we did at the beginning, but also to cool down. It's allowing the breath to go back to its normal rhythm and start to lengthen out those muscles. So again, just make sure you're forward of the chair. And we're just going to stretch that leg forward. Really flex the foot and point the toe. Flex and point. Flex and point. Last one. Flex and point. And bringing that leg back, and we change over to the right now. So really point the toe and then really flex so you can feel those muscles stretching. Flex, 2 more. Point and flex. Last one. Point and flex. Then we take the left leg forward. So we want to make sure that we come right forward of the chair. Just be careful it doesn't rock forward. Extending that left leg and flexing the foot, bending the right. Inhale to lift the chest up in the spine. As you exhale, come forward, planting the hands down on the knee. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, if you can go a little further down, we really start to feel the stretch down the back of the leg. If you're flexible, you can grab hold of that toe and really flex that foot. Oh, I can feel that. As you inhale, placing the hand back on the knee and keeping the back nice and straight as you come back to the centre. Changing over, extending the right and flexing the right foot keep the left knee bent. Place those hands on top of that left knee. Inhale to lift. Exhale to come forward and feel the stretch down the back of the leg. Inhale again, just lift up the chest. And as we exhale, we lean forward. Again, if you're flexible, you can grab hold of the foot, really flexing, taking that stretch all the way up the back of the leg. And as you inhale, place the hand back on the knee, keep the back as straight as you can. And release. And then back down, just to circle those ankles again. This is a great exercise. If you're sitting down, it just gets the circulation going and in the other direction. And changing feet again, just circle those ankles backwards and forwards. And release. Let's give ourselves a really nice big stretch here up towards the sky. And really stretch the fingers, wriggle those fingers a little bit. And as you exhale, just allow the arms to come down nice and gently alongside the body. Take a nice deep breath. And thank you very much for joining me. Hope to see you for the next video.